Sup, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T here, and welcome to another episode of the Almighty Ryan.T Show podcast, or the TRTS podcast, if you're nasty. That's right, ghouls and gals. We're back with another episode of the greatest podcast on the world, and today, ghouls and gals, we got a couple of trailer reacts for you. We got some news coming straight out of Hollywood. That's right, ghouls and gals. We got the latest and greatest news coming straight out of Hollywood. And before we get into that, I wanted to try something a little bit different with this episode. I wanted to start off the episode with a movie fun fact. So let's hear it for the movie fun fact of the day. All right, ghouls and gals. The movie fun fact for today is: did you know that Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story was originally going to be called Lunar Larry? Thankfully, Pixar decided to go with a much better name, the much better Buzz Lightyear, which of course is a tribute to astronaut Buzz Aldrin, whatever. But it's a tribute to that astronaut. But yeah, Lunar Larry sounds like Buzz Lightyear's crackhead, like step cousin. Like, he hangs out in front of the stripes and asks people for like money, and he like constantly says like, "Me and my wife and kids are just trying to get to Oklahoma." Like he's outside of the Stripes gas station, and he's just like, "Yeah, man, like had a hard life, had a real hard life." Sorry, I'm laughing at the misfortune of others. But yeah, Lunar Larry, that sounds fucking terrible. That sounds like the way it sounds, like a discount Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, that sounds fucking terrible. I'm so glad they went with Buzz Lightyear. I mean, I'm curious to hear what was the original name for fucking Woody. Was it just Cowboy Man? You know what I mean? Like, if that was their first go for Buzz Lightyear, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want to hear what they had for fucking Woody and Bo Peep. Was Bo Peep's name just Sheep Hooker? But speaking of people that only got a little one and done, that didn't give another pass and go at that product there, The Idol has been canceled only after 5 episodes and 1 season. Yeah, created by sleazeball Sam Levinson. I fucking hate Sam Levinson. He reminds me of like that guy that would like go to one of those machines that like to put a quarter in to see like a girl dance, and he would like jack off in it. Like, do you remember Thomas Jane in The Crow? City of Angels, the sequel to like the original Crow movie, where he's like in the fucking booth and he's like, that's how I picture fucking Sam Levinson, like on the set of like every TV show that or movie that he does. He just strikes me as a very fucking creepy man. You know what I mean? And I feel like The Weeknd in The Idol was Sam Levinson. He was just like the music producer version of Sam Levinson. That was Sam Levinson. But yeah, ghouls and gals, for those of you all that don't know, the Idol was starring The Weeknd and starring Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp. The show followed pop idol Jocelyn, played by Lily Rose Depp, and her sexually charged, weird-ass fucking relationship with The Weeknd's character, whose name was Tedros. Yeah, the show streamed on HBO Max, aka Max. Nobody calls it Max, HBO Max. I'm sorry, HBO. Nobody calls HBO Max Max. It's just like Twitter. Nobody calls Twitter fucking X. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's like, "Oh, X, were you on X today?" People still call it Twitter. Sorry, Elon. Sorry, HBO. We still call the things that they were originally called. I'm sorry. We're never gonna call Twitter X. We're just gonna keep calling it fucking Twitter until like it gets erased from our fucking brains, and then like the new generation of people are gonna be like, "Oh, do you mean X, old man?" But yeah. Anyways, That show is canceled, The Idol, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that show even got made to begin with. That show was so creepy and so fucking weird. Especially from just finding out all the behind the scenes stuff and like the weekend, like firing the creative team and firing the original person doing the show because he wanted a more like sexually charged, like weird version of this show, which he ultimately got. I mean, if you've seen the fucking Idol, that show is fucking crazy and weird and not in a fun, sexy way. I feel like this show goes out of its way to be like unsexy, and I mean, and I get that's kind of the point. I mean, it's the shock, it's a shock value kind of show. It wants people to like look and discuss, like, ooh, what is that? I can't look, or can I? You know what I mean? It wants to do that kind of thing, and it wants to kind of be campy, but it didn't succeed on any of those fronts. Like, you know what I mean? The first episode was actually kind of good, but after that, this show was just very, like, redundant, very just fucking dumb. Just, the fucking dialogue in this show seemed like it was written by a fucking horny 17-year-old. It literally felt like it was written by some fucking horny 17-year-old that just, like, scrolls Reddit fucking subreddits all day of like naked women. It's just like, oh yeah, the things that I would do to those titties right now. Like, that was the fucking level of dialogue that we were dealing with. I could come on those titties right now. I'm pretty sure like The Weeknd said that in the fucking show. They have speaking of like The Weeknd and him talking about like cum, like, which he does a lot in the fucking Idol for some reason. There's a specific sex scene in this show where The Weeknd has sex with Lily Rose Depp for like the first time, and it is quite possibly the most awkward sexual act that I have witnessed in my entire fucking life. In person and on film or in a TV or in a movie, what have you. It was the most sexually awkward fucking act that I had ever seen in my entire fucking life. I wish I could show it to y'all without this video getting fucking throw it into fucking the abyss, you know what I mean? If I showed you that, HBO would totally bury this fucking video, and the 3 people that watch my fucking videos won't be able to see the video, so not gonna do that. But I will play the trailer for the Idol, if I haven't already, future Ryan, who's gonna edit this video. But yeah, ghouls and gals, the Idol lasted only 5 fucking episodes, and they wanted to make a season 2 of this. Like, Sam Levinson really thought that fucking HBO was sniffing that shit that he was pumping out. He really thought that they were like, give us more of fucking weird ass fucking The Weeknd and fucking Lily Rose Depp's pointy nipples. Yeah, ghouls and gals. I'm glad we got it. We're still getting weird, creative, sexually charged things from HBO, but we tried it. It didn't work. Let's move on to the next thing. We'll move on to Euphoria Season 3. R.I.P. Angus Cloud. But yeah, ghouls and gals, The Weeknd, The Idol. That's it for you, Angel, as Tedros would say. But yeah, I want to move on to this trailer that I saw. And, well, I haven't seen it yet, actually. But we'll move on to this trailer, and then we'll go into some of the rest of the entertainment news that I have, because some of the entertainment news that I have here isn't very fucking pleasant. It's some entertainment news that I would rather share a little later in the episode here. But yeah, ghouls and gals, the trailer that we're going to be reacting to today is called The Book of Clarence, starring Lakeith Stanfield, Omar Sy, R.J. Seiler, Alfre Woodward, Anna Duwop, who I fucking love, who plays Starfire in the fucking Titan show, and Caleb McLaughlin, James McAvoy, and Benedict Cumberbatch. This is going to be in theaters on January 12th. Let me get my ghetto, old school wired headphones. I'm like an old fucking man. Can you tell that I was born in the fucking 90s? Like, I still only trust like fucking wired headphones. Don't get me wrong, I have some fucking wireless ones, but the wired ones just seem to hit a little different, as the kids say. But yeah, ghouls and gals, we're gonna get that trailer queued up right now. Let me turn on the fucking YouTube machine, and we're gonna check that bad boy out right now. Alright, ghouls and gals. 3, 2, 1. The Book of Clarence trailer reaction, official teaser trailer, fucking whatever. Here we go. I hate when they do that. Just start the fucking trailer. Don't do it starts now. Just start the fucking trailer. Jesus Christ. Anyways, Jerusalem, ADD 33. I'm Clarence. Is this a comedy? I feel like this is a comedy. Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus is if the Jesus is the black guy, that's awesome. If Jesus is like, that would be awesome. I want to be like that now. Oh, is this not like a comedy? No, it is a comedy. Yes? I'm not sure what's going on. No, it is a comedy. Like, he's like lying, right? Yeah, it's a comedy. That guy was smoking a blunt. I like this. Black Jesus, which is also a good show. Walk on water if you're God. Yeah! I like this! Fuck yeah! The Book of Clarence, motherfucker! That's the book that I'm gonna be fucking reading out of. Thou shalt not fucking disrespect Clarence, bitch. Yeah, coming 2024, January 2024. Wait, hold up, pause. January? Right? January. Whoa, hold up, wait a minute. This is coming out in January. That changes things. That changes a lot of things. For those of y'all that don't know, that aren't like in the know, you know, as if I know something that you don't know, but January is is regarded as like a fucking dumping ground, a cinematic dumping ground for bad fucking movies. It is very, very fucking rare that a good movie hits theaters during the month of January. That scares me. I don't know if this is going to be fucking good. The trailer looked promising. I'm not going to lie. Had my man Lakeith Stanfield in it from fucking Get Out. And fucking James McAvoy is in this. Fucking love him. Anna DeWop is in this. Fucking love her. Benedict Cumberbatch is in this. I'm pretty sure he's playing Jesus. And I love him. But, yeah. January. If they give you that movie, if they give your movie that release date, that's like a death sentence for your fucking movie. I'm sorry. That January is not a good month for your movie to come out. Not that January's a bad month, but January's known as the fucking diarrhea dumpster fire month. Whenever they just want to like quietly push out a fucking movie out into greener pastures, if you will, and take it out back and fucking shoot it, they do that in January. So yeah, I don't know about that one, ghouls and gals. The January 12th release date has me a little fucking scared, but I'm still gonna sing the praises of the Book of Clarence. It looked funny, it looked good, I'm interested in it, I will go out to see it, but that January release date got me scared. Speaking of movies that got me scared, what the fuck is going on with Aquaman 2? Aquaman the Lost Kingdom? What the fuck is going on with this movie? Maybe you all could tell me in the comments, but what the fuck is going on with this movie? WB, come here, WB.
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? I understand there's a strike going on, and you can't promote the movie right now. But this movie was made like long before the fucking strike was in effect. You could have given us a trailer. You could have given us a poster. You could have gave us something else besides this fucking picture that we've been seeing everywhere on every fucking film blog, fucking Twitter fucking account, and every fucking movie reviewer. fucking podcast. But yeah, what is going on with Aquaman 2? What in the Jason Momoa is going on with this fucking movie? We have no promotional material for this movie. We don't really know what's going on with this movie. All the people in the know that have their finger on their pulse, that aren't like me, that have their finger directly up their ass, are basically getting information about this movie via fucking toys, via like Target websites and Walmart websites, Amazon, and that's how they're getting information. Because a lot of times the toys show you what certain things, certain things and characters that haven't been featured in trailers are going to look like and what they're going to be or whatever. But that would help us if we've gotten a fucking trailer. Like, Jesus Christ, we can't get a poster? Jason Momoa or somebody in his team can accidentally leak the fucking trailer or leak the fucking poster? I'm getting like Spider-Man fucking No Way Home fucking flashbacks. Do you remember that when that movie was like a month out and they didn't release a fucking trailer for it yet, and people were like jonesing for the fucking trailer and going crazy for it? I mean, granted, nobody's fucking jonesing for the fucking Aquaman 2 trailer. I mean, if they fucking sent the movie straight to HBO Max, I feel like people would be more like, happy about that. But yeah, I mean, it gives me that kind of flashbacks. I mean, just the idea of them not releasing anything about this movie or for this movie is really fucking crazy. Then again, look what they did to my boy. I was gonna say Blue Beetle, and then I switched it up to my boy. Look what they did to my fucking boy, Jaime Reyes. They did not promote the Blue Beetle for shit. All they did was continuously share that fucking corny George Lopez fucking interaction with the rest of the cast and shit like that. Which, fine, at least that's something. But Aquaman ain't even got fucking that. Aquaman don't got nothing going on right now. Aquaman 2 is taking a number 2 in the fucking marketing department. It's fucking utter shit. I mean, just let us know something. Throw us a fucking hook, throw us fucking fish out here, some fucking bait, you know what I mean? Reel us in, motherfucker. Because as it stands, this movie is coming out in a mere 3 months, and we have yet to see anything. No trailer, no poster for the film, no any promotional material at all whatsoever. So yeah, all that's leading to me. And I forgot to mention the fucking numerous bad test screenings that have been going on, that every fucking reputable film publication has been publishing on their websites, that Aquaman has been having just like terrible fucking test screenings with people. What they need to do is just stop testing the movie. They did that with The Flash. They did like 57 fucking test screenings. You're doing too many test screenings. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, God. I mean, just let the movie out already. Fuck. I mean, we're 3 months out. Give us fucking something. Because as it fucking stands, like I just fucking said, motherfucker, fuck, we have no idea what's going on with Aquaman 2. Yeah, we have no idea. And anybody that tells you otherwise is fucking full of shit, full of fish shit. Because as it stands right now, I don't know why I keep saying that, like if I'm in fucking court, like if I'm in a fucking episode of Law and Order. As it stands now, the fucking jury, the judge. It seems like DC WB is trying to send Aquaman to a fucking watery grave. It looks like they're just trying to like quietly like release this fucking movie because unlike Dune, WB's other like big release that was gonna close out the year, that one's been moved to 2024, so whenever they can promote that movie and stuff like that, because that tells you that they have faith in this movie, in that movie. And with Aquaman, that's not the case. I mean, it's still keeping its release date. WB's adamant that it's still going to hit theaters, which makes me think that they just want this movie to just happen already. They're tired of like all the negative publicity. They're tired of Amber Heard of it. They're tired of fucking just the whole Aquaman of it. I mean, we really don't know what's going to happen with Aquaman after this movie. Is he in James Gunn DCU? Is he going to be featured in any movies? Is fucking Jason Momoa going to be Lobo? Or is Jason Momoa even going to be a part of the James Gunn's DCU? Who knows? Tune in next episode on Dragon Ball Z to find out, ghouls and gals. We'll find out together. We'll hold hands and we'll find out together. We'll both munch on those fish sticks. But yeah, moving on to things that died. Bob Barker passed away at 99. Damn, that was kind of a shitty segue. I'm sorry. But yeah, the legendary, iconic Bob Barker, who took care of all of us when we were homesick at our grandma's house, finally he died at 99 years old. The longtime Price is Right host, passed away of, well, he was 99. But yeah, ghouls and gals, he passed away along with Terry Funk, iconic hardcore wrestler Terry Funk at 79 years old. And the one that I really, really wanted to talk about on today's episode was wrestler Bray Wyatt, who passed away at the age of 36. He died due to a heart attack that stemmed from a condition that he was having in his heart. He was having some sort of medical condition with his heart, and he was also dealing with like long COVID. That's what I'm hearing, which also exacerbated his condition with his heart. And I also heard that his wife found him like turning blue while he was asleep, and she was like, of course, sadly, unfortunately, too late to save Bray Wyatt. And it just sucks, man. We really lost a talented individual very early in life. I mean, in the wrestling world, Bray Wyatt was like single to none in creativity. His stuff with the Wyatt family, his stuff with Uncle Howdy, just like pretty much everything he did in the WWE, even in his NXT days and stuff like that, was just very like groundbreaking, very cool stuff. He definitely one of my favorite wrestlers, the Wyatt family, one of my favorite wrestling teams. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy, man. I almost don't want to say it, but I mean, it feels like they have a Wyatt family curse. I mean, Bray Wyatt is the second person from the Wyatt family to pass away. The first one was, I believe, Eric Rowan was one of them that passed away. I might need to fact check that, but yeah, he was another person in the Wyatt family that passed away. But yeah, it's just a weird, interesting coincidence. But aside of that, it's just very sad to see Bray Wyatt go. I mean, he was barely getting back into gear. He was barely coming back out on episodes of Monday Night Raw. They were starting to build him up again and stuff like that. And it really just sucks to see that that's ultimately not going to go anywhere anymore, because unfortunately he's not around anymore. Well, R.I.P. all of those people. R.I.P. Bob Barker. R.I.P. Terry Funk. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. Huge bucket of win. You guys were awesome. You guys paved the way for many people after you. And you will be missed by your friends and family. R.I.P. This one's for you. All right, ghouls and gals. Moving on to some other kind of sad stuff. Something that kind of made me a little sad. Today I was, on Twitter. I was at work on Twitter, getting paid to be on Twitter. And not getting paid by Daddy Elon like everybody else on fucking Twitter. Also, follow my ass on fucking Twitter. Jesus Christ, would it hurt you to follow me? Would it hurt you to follow me on fucking Twitter? Give your boy a follow. Come on now. Don't hurt my feelings. Give me a follow. But yeah, ghouls and gals, you can go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter, at the Ryan.T Show on Twitter. But yeah, like I was saying, I was on Twitter scrolling around today, and I follow various film accounts. I'm in film Twitter, if you would like to call it that. And I came across David Ayer, the Suicide Squad director, his Twitter account, and I saw this interview that he did with what's his name, Berthenol, John Berthenol, the guy that played the Punisher in the Netflix series, as well as The Walking Dead, Wolf of Wall Street, all that good stuff. And he also came out in David Ayer's film Fury. I saw an interview that he did with I keep fucking spacing on his name, John Berthenol's podcast, because every actor has a fucking podcast now. Everybody has a fucking podcast now. Me, the nobody from fucking nowhere, Texas, has a podcast. But we're not going to get into that right now. Yeah, David Ayer. Ayer, if you're nasty, had a complete, utter breakdown over 2016's The Suicide Squad. Anyone in the film space will tell you 2016 Suicide Squad was terrible, like absolute dog shit and complete sensory overload. It was like a fucking live action version of like a music video, even though music videos are live action. It was like a long music video featuring DC characters and like music that you hear like on your local hip hop radio station that doesn't want to get out of the year 2010. But yeah, anybody will tell you that, and anyone will tell you in the film scene that David Ayer hasn't stopped talking about that movie since 2016. I mean, he's continuously like, oh, if they just let out my cut, it'll be a lot better. If, people would just see my version of the film, da da da, yada 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 yada. Which, I love movies, I love directors. Fuck the corporate fucks. And I'm looking at you, Warner Brothers, even though I like a lot of your shit. We should always let the director take full control of the movie. I don't care if the studio feels like they don't like that direction or whatever. You hired this director, you hired them for their vision. There shouldn't be a director's cut. The theatrical cut of the film should be the director's cut. I just want to say that before I get into this shit disaster that is David Ayer Suicide Squad 2016. But yeah, I'm all for hashtag release the Ayer cut. I was all for hashtag release the fucking Snyder cut. The only thing that I'm not for is you annoying motherfuckers that are just fucking annoying. The Snyder bros, the fucking Ayer bros, I guess now if we have those. Just quit being weirdos on Twitter and on every other social media website. And just because somebody may not want that, the same thing that you want, doesn't mean you have to fucking go after them, alright? Or just because somebody's slightly criticizing something doesn't mean they're against you. Okay, anyways. Well, alright. With that being said, David Ayer had like a complete breakdown about the Suicide Squad film. He said that it ruined him. Well, in his words, it, fucking broke him. This is his complete quote on the podcast. He said, Suicide Squad, that shit broke me. That handed me my ass. Coming right off of Fury, right? I had the town in my hand. Could have done anything, and I did do anything. And go on this journey with it. And the same thing, authentic, truthful. Let's all do rehearsal. Let's really get in each other's soul. Let's create this amazing collaborative thing, right? And then Deadpool opened, right? And they never tested Batman vs. Superman. So they put the movie out there and they never did a test, and they were expecting a different result than they got. Then they got hammered by all the critics. Then it's like, okay, we're going to turn David Ayer's dark, soulful movie into a fucking comedy now. So yeah, David Ayer is blaming WB. He's stating that his version of the film is better than the version that we got. Is it? I don't know. Haven't seen the film. Me personally, I don't think anything could really save that movie. Didn't like Jared Leto's version of the Joker. I love Jared Leto. It's Morbin time. 30 Seconds to Mars. So on and so forth. But yeah, I just didn't like that version of the Joker, and that was the main part of David Ayer's Suicide Squad, if I remember. The whole thing was that they were on a heist mission, and they were supposed to take something from the Joker, and the Joker was heavily featured in this movie. And I don't think any sort of like editing or any sort of adding additional footage or anything like that is going to like save this movie. You know what I mean? Even like the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League. I mean, it's just a little bit better than the original Joss Whedon Justice League. I mean, it is better. I'm not gonna lie, it is better, but it's not like marginally better to where they needed a fucking 6.5 hour fucking movie. You know what I mean? But I'm still glad that it came out. Like I said in the beginning, I'm always going to support the artists. I'm always going to support the directors. I'm always going to say fuck the corpo fucks, the fucking corporate fuckers out there that try to stifle artistic views and try to stifle fucking creative fucking people. Fuck all those people. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just like, How long do you cry on Twitter? How long do you bitch and piss and moan until, it's like too much? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, the Suicide Squad movie came out in 2016. We've already had another Suicide Squad movie that was widely better, like way better. And I mean, I'm sure the studio meddled into that, or whatever. But I mean, we got what we got. I mean, and you gave us what you gave us. And sure, it wasn't all the way your fault, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of that stuff was your movie. And I feel like at the end of the day, we just need to move on. If we don't get the Ayer cut, we just need to move on. He needs to just make something else. He needs to just. It's not good for your mental health to be continuously dwelling on something that you did almost a decade ago. You know what I mean? We're going into 2024. 2016 was pretty far back in the rearview mirror. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't think it's really healthy to continuously keep going back and continuously, keep like, oh, what if I did this? Or just what if, what if I got a second bite at that apple? You're probably not going to get that bite at that apple. Zack Snyder and David Ayer are two different fucking beasts. Sure, my man made Training Day, but Zack Snyder made 300. Zack Snyder made The Watchmen. Zack Snyder he's Zack Snyder. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what it is, but he's the messiah of fucking film. People just really fucking love him. And I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't think David Ayer has the juice like that. I mean, I feel like David Ayer hasn't had a movie hit theaters in some time. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't think he has the juice like that. So I feel like he just needs to chill, take a step back, and he needs to ultimately just let it go. If he's not going to get his cut of the film, if he's not going to get his version of the film or whatever, he just needs to let it go, man. But yeah, ghouls and gals, there you have it. That was all our news for this episode. We talked about David Ayer. I try to have a heart-to-heart with him, like as if he watches the fucking show, like if I fucking know him, right? But yeah, ghouls and gals, there you have it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this little quick, like bite-sized episode of the podcast. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. And next episode, we will for sure have my boy Sid Retro on the podcast. I may even record a little bonus podcast with my boy Sid Retro, and you might get a little twofer if this one gets enough views. But thanks for watching, ghouls and gals. I'm Ryan.T, and we'll see you in the next one. This is the one.